Hi, my name is Alfredia Space with Pursuing Greatness and Legacy Coaching. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. I am so glad you're here. If you ever had a vision, a business idea, or a dream that you're written in a notebook, or you saved on your phone, or just tucked away in your heart, legacy coaching is for you. This isn't about chasing perfection, it's about taking the first step. Every entrepreneur, every inventor, every creator, every person with an idea, every person with a dream, every person with a vision started exactly where you are, with an idea and a choice. The choice to begin. With legacy coaching, you will receive practical strategies, systems, and roadmaps and inspiring guests that we bring on here at Pursuing Greatness to tell their stories so that you will know that you're not by yourself. You're not alone. They tell you how they made the decision to pursue their dreams and vision and their business ideas. And first of all, if you've been watching the show, you saw the guests that I brought on in the past. And my first guest was Ryan Rutley. And Ryan talked about working for EDS. And EDS decided that they were going to phase out his position after they had sent him abroad, him and some of the other people in the department abroad to train people that was overseas. And once they trained the people, they brought them back home and told them that they were phasing out their jobs, right, their positions. And what he did, he took advantage of the opportunity and started Psalms Group. And then he not only started Psalms Group, which is successful, he started multiple businesses with multiple streams of income. How awesome is that? Then we talked to Pam Mathis. Now, Pam said that God just kind of dropped, she said, dropped it in her lap. And I'm saying he put it in her spirit, right? To start Hula Nation. And Hula Nation is a fitness program that she started with a group of women. I mean, they are hula hooping their way to fitness and wellness. And it's a group that she started with these women, and they are just all over the city of Detroit, and easy to contact, easy to get involved. And I mean, who would have thought of hula hooping as a fitness program? And so Pam did that, and she's very successful with Hula Nation. And then we talked to Denise Titus. Now, Denise was going through a divorce, and that was very painful for her. But what she did was she took her experiences as she went through that divorce, and she decided to put it to paper, put pen to paper, to write a devotional for women. And with that devotional, with that book, she put music to it and scripture to it and prayer. And it's such an awesome book, an awesome devotional. And I had the opportunity to go to her book signing, which was awesome within itself. I mean, the line were out the door to purchase her book. And she made a decision, right, that she was going to turn her pain into a book to help other women that are going through a divorce, right? Everybody have a story. You have a story to tell. It's important that you get your story out there, because just like those women that was waiting to buy that book, it was not just to support her. It was because some of them are going through the same things that she went through, and they want to know, how did she make it through to the other side? You have a story to tell, right? There are people out there waiting for you to tell your story, because they need to know, how did you make it through to the other side? Because right now they have no idea how they're going to make it through. They need to hear your story. And then we brought on Tanya Archibald. Tanya talked about she and her husband, they had very successful careers. And they made a decision they were going to start their own businesses. He stepped out first, and she had the income coming in. She had a very successful career paying a very good salary. And she said what happened with her is that God had told her to leave her job, but she stayed. And along the way, they began to let people go in her department. But what happened, they offered her other positions with the company. And she said that God was making her uncomfortable with that job. And she made a decision to leave and to go join her husband. And along the way, she talked about how they had several businesses that failed, right? And they took those experiences and brought them over into where they were led to start their own property management business, Great Lake Property Management Group, which is very successful. They have been an asset, as she said on the podcast, to the community of Detroit. They've been able to hire contractors that live in Detroit and giving them an opportunity, right, to build homes and to be able to have a successful career. So they're giving back to the community. You don't know what God has for you until you do what He's telling you to do. You have to take the opportunity, man, and take advantage of those opportunities that come your way to just get started. And so she and her husband, I mean, they are successful young people. And I'm so very proud of every guest that I've had on here to share their stories with you. And then last but not least, we had Chris Ray. And Chris talked about giving himself 10 years with Quicken Loan. And within those 10 years, in fact, right at exactly 10 years, Quicken Loans, in-house realty was where he was working because they changed to Rocket Mortgage, and he was working for in-house realty. And they decided that they were going to phase out that department. And lo and behold, it was the 10-year mark for him. But what he did, and I am so proud of, within those 10 years, he didn't just sit and wait for the 10 years to come upon him. He prepared for it financially because he had a family to feed. He had 5 children and a wife to take care of. So he put away financially so that when the 10-year was upon him, he was prepared to go out and pursue his business idea, his vision, to bring it to fruition. And I mean, the story that he shared, I mean, is a story for many of us. With those of you who have a vision, an idea, and you don't know how to get started, he shared with you how he got started and the process he took. They all did. Talked about the process that they took to get started. Many of you, you know my story. I've shared with you doing real estate for 25 years, and God tells me to leave real estate because that was not on my radar. Real estate was going to be my career till the day I leave earth or retired, right? I had no thoughts of leaving. But what he had done years prior to telling me to leave, he had made me uncomfortable. It wasn't the company, it wasn't the people. They were great. The company was great. I couldn't think of a better place to be. But he was making me uncomfortable, and I didn't know what it was. I really didn't know why or what to do with that. So when he told me to leave, I was torn. I was struggling, and I did that for days, 4 or 5 days. I did that. And when he gave me peace about it, I left, and here I am with my life and my purpose and my will aligned with God's purpose and his will for my life. Because for me, it's been about purpose. I've started many companies and they were successful. But for me, because I began to ask God, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And I want to know and I want to live it. And so he, through my experiences, led me here. And so here I am, right, doing what God has called me to do, what he's predestined me to do before the foundation of this world. So I'm here, and I mean, if you know me, you know that I was not a person that was comfortable with doing videos. I had no desire. I was very private. I didn't want to put my business out there. I just didn't want to do it. But listen, when God has a plan for you, Jeremiah 29:11 says, hey, I know my plan for you. My plan is to help you, not to hurt you, to give you an expected end. And some translations said to give you a hope for a future, right? So you have to trust God for taking advantage of the opportunity and stepping out on faith. We have honest conversations here about what it really takes to build something successful and meaningful, because success isn't for the select few. It's not. It's about ordinary individuals who refuse and make a decision not to give up. They will not give up on their dreams, on their visions, and their business ideas. They'll step out on faith and they will pursue it. Every successful business started as someone's impossible dream. Impossible to you, maybe impossible to me, but not impossible for God. There is nothing too hard for God. The question is, will it stay as your dream, or will it become your reality? Let's find out together. Remember, dream it, build it, live it. Thanks again for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with someone that needs encouragement to share this story that they may get started. You can reach me, contact me, call me, text 248 914 0773. 248 914 0773. I'll see you next time as we continue to turn dreams into thriving businesses, one step at a time.